Hello, snowboarders of the internet. I'm your host, Avran LeFeber, and in this video, we're going to be reviewing the new Rome 390 Boss Pro Full Wrap Binding. Yeah, mouthful right there. Jesus Christ, could you add any more to the name of this, Rome? Seriously. If you're thinking of picking these up or anything else mentioned in this review, we do have affiliate links down in the description below, so you can go there, buy from a reputable shop. And if you don't want to shop online, go to your local snowboard shop, slap them a high five, and say we sent you. I rode these bindings at Copper Mountain on a mostly bluebird day with average to slightly above average temperatures. You had perfect hero snow, firm, fast groomers, little bit of slush and chop piles on the lower mountain, like right at the base area. And I used these on my Ride Shadow Band snowboard with my K2 Thraxis boots. The big story on these is this is the full wrap chassis, so you got 2 screws under the foot pad and then 2 at the back that you got to loosen so you can just lengthen or shorten that heel cup. So basically it's how you center the boot in there. Above that, you have the kinked ladders. So if you want it in the upper position, that's how they come stock. If you want to take the left to the right to the left, you can put it on the lower position because it flips down, or you can swap them out for the straight ladders. Basically, you got a couple different position points that you can put that on. Then on these straps, you do have the flip tabs. So you flip it up, slide it down, and that'll help lengthen or shorten the strap depending on how you want it centered. On the toe strap, you do have a push pin system. So you push it down, slide it back, slide it forward. You can do that. You can also rotate your Highback if that's your thing. Some of you people are psychotic. And you also have the forward lean tab on there as well. So you flip it down, slide it up, slide it down, lock it back into place. That's going to give you the forward lean on this. Finally, the foot ramp, you can move it a little bit forward or backwards just to center it under the boot. Okay, so on the toe strap, you've got that Aux Tech, and it's got that slight oval to it on the bottom, a little more straight on top. This is going to flex and contour over just about any boot shape. You can really crank it down, and as you do, this kind of stretches out a little bit more. Over time, these do rip out. I mean, I've probably ripped like 10 of them at this point. Been riding this toe strap since it came out. Just something to be aware of. Usually they rip out over 100 days, so I really wouldn't worry too much about that for most of you out there. Then on the heel strap, you got that Aux Tech chainsaw strap, as we like to call it. And the way that this is shaped, it's gonna contour over your instep, and as you tighten it down, it's gonna stretch on this section. You do have a little bit of a skeleton ridge right in the middle. That's where all the rigidity is in there. This thing does not provide any excess padding. It just contours right over the instep and it locks you down. This strap has grown on me over the last few seasons and I really do like it and whatnot. I think it's a good step up from the first generation that they had. This is generation 2, and now they've got generation 3 on some of the other bindings out there. But by and large, I do like this. It works well. It's not the stiffest strap, it's not the loosest strap, and I like how it just contours over the instep. The one finger quick release works exactly how you want. It's good. It does what you need it to do. These things have a good CPP, click per pull. So when you crank these down, you do get a good climb out of them. Now, the one thing that I will note to you is out of the box, these things are sticky. You're gonna notice that the release tab tends to stick a little bit. I've been finding this with the last 2 years, so this previous seasons and then this, that they've been having this issue. This does break in over time, just be aware of that. So if the release tab is sticking up, just push it down. You should be fine, it shouldn't be an issue. I'd rather have it be a little sticky and wear in than have it be a little loose. You don't get any real buckle rattle with these, they're pretty solid. I mean, Rome knows what they're doing with ratchets, they're good. Okay, so we're about halfway through this review. Have you gone down, give it a thumbs up yet? You haven't? Why not? Go do it. You need to, sinner. While you're down there, if you haven't already, subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the programming we've got coming out for you. As this is the Pro version, it is a more rigid Highback. You're gonna notice that when you drive into it, that there is a lot more power to it. The nice thing is, this does have foam on the inside of it, so it will give you some padding. That forward lean adjustment works well. You know, you flip it up, you slide it down. You lock it back into place, boom, there's your forward lean. If you need it, you can do that on the fly. You can also rotate these highbacks if you absolutely want to. But the good thing is, for what this binding is, you do get that powerful highback. You can really drive into it and get some power out of it. Binding flex. As this is the Pro version, you get a little added carbon in the base and the highback, so it gives you a little more response. You can feel a little more drive out of it if you're really paying attention. Most of you aren't paying attention. You're not really going to notice the difference between this and the regular full wrap. I'll be honest with you. You're probably not going to feel it. But with it being full wrap chassis, you get more lateral drive than play out of it. So when you really are pushing into this binding, you're going to feel a little bit more power. The strap, as I previously said, isn't the stiffest thing out there, but with that little skeleton in the middle, you do get some power out of it. You get just that little stiffness that's going to go right over your instep. So when you're really cranking into it, you are going to feel it in there. The highback is stiffer. That is one of the big differences between this and the regular 390 full wrap. You're going to just feel that power when you drive back into it. By and large, it's above a middle of the road flex, but not by much. One of the things I like about the Rome bindings is, for the most part, they're a damp ride. They're smooth, they're consistent. You get power out of it when you absolutely need it, but it does kill off that kinetic energy that's coming up underfoot. You have more of a schmedium disc than a micro disc on this, so it's not super small of a dead spot under there. It's a little bit bigger, but it's not as big as a full disc. That also helps with the power dynamic of how you're gonna drive it. By and large, if you've ridden Rome or Bataleon bindings, you know what you're gonna get. That foot pad does a good job of just dampening any of that kinetic energy. You're really not gonna have to worry too much about foot fatigue with these. Rider in mind, this is for that all-mountain free rider that wants a little bit more precision, some good customization, but isn't going to sacrifice the ride to make it just overly stiff and dead. You still get a little bit of play, which is nice. Like what we're doing over here? Want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. I'm still trying to figure out why this binding even exists. You got this, you got the Katana full wrap, which, yeah, you know, you got the regular 390 Boss full wrap. Like, I feel like Rome just had excess binding parts and was like, fuck it, let's just make more bindings. There's really no reason for this binding. It's a good binding, I'm not denying that. Like, I liked it, but I just feel like in the Rome binding lineup, they're just hitting every single price point for some reason, and it's just like, does this need to exist? I don't know. I don't really understand why this is there. Like, did you need this? I don't really feel like this is replacing the DOD because they renamed everything. That would be the 390 Boss full wrap. So what's the point of this? Like, yeah, the Katana full wrap, which is basically the cleaver, it's got pivot mount. This is Kink's ladders, but dude, why? Comparable bindings. The Bataleon Astro full wrap, the Ride C8, the Union Atlas. All right, this has been my review of the Rome 390 Boss Full Wrap Pro. I'm still not sure why this exists. Maybe you are too. Either way, go watch another video.